My Hey Hey by Neil Young, not to be confused with Hey Hey My by Neil Young, which is really the same song. One is just electric and one appears to be acoustic. But it is played a full step down from standard tuning, and that's what I've tuned this guitar to. If you want to play the chords and the movements I'm about to show you in standard, you can. Your pitch will just basically be 2 frets higher than what I'm doing. So you can totally pull this song off in standard tuning, but to sound exactly like Neil Young, you've got to actually lower the tuning of your guitar. So the 6th string would become a D, the 5th string becomes a G, the 4th string becomes a C, the 3 string becomes an F, the 2 string becomes an A, and the 1 string becomes a D. So that whenever we strum like an E major shape, what we're actually playing there is a D major. Anyway, so let me talk about the chords real quick, and then I'll talk about the riff, because the chords are pretty easy. The opening chord is going to either be an A minor or an A minor 7. I feel like both get played during this song. The A minor would be an open 5 string. The second finger would then be on the 5 string 2 fret. The 4 string 2 fret. Your ring finger would be on the 3 string 2 fret. Your first finger would be on the 2 string 1 fret, open 1 string, strumming from the open 5 string down, or the A minor 7 with your ring finger picked up, exposing an open 3 string. The second chord would be a G chord, which I will make with ring finger to the 6 string 3 fret, second finger to the 5 string 2 fret, open 4, open 3, open 2, pinky finger pulled back to the 1 string 3 fret, to an F chord that will get played 2 different ways. During the intro, the F chord gets played basically with an open 5 string. So an open 5 string, ring finger down on the 4 string 3 fret, second finger on the 3 string 2 fret, first finger on the 2 string 1 fret with an open 1 string. Also, let me go ahead and mention that in this F chord, the open 1 string is a big part of the tone that creates it. You hear that droning open 1 in the F chord at all times. The second way that the F chord gets played, and this gets played this way during the verse and the chorus. The F chord with the open 5 tends to get played that way during the intro and riff portions, but whenever we get into the verse and chorus, the F chord gets played slightly differently. Your first and second finger remain where they're at on strings 2 and 3, but your ring finger drops down to the 5 string 3 fret, and your pinky finger comes down on the 4 string 3 fret where your ring finger had just been. You can either avoid the open 6 string, or if you want to reach around and grab with your thumb the 6 string 1 fret, that works as well. But either way, you still have an open 1 string. So those are the chords in the intro and the verses. During the chorus repeat, we get a C major to an E minor. That is a new chord. The C major, I've got basically the exact same shape as this F right here, but move your ring, pinky, and second fingers down 1 set of strings while your first finger remains planted. So your first finger is still on the 2 string 1 fret, but your ring finger now is on the 6 string 3 fret, your pinky finger is on the 5 string 3 fret, your second finger is on the 4 string 2 fret, you've got an open 3 string, first finger again, like I said, 2 string 1 fret, open 1 string. That's the C chord. And then there's an E minor chord after the C chord that has a pinky finger down on the 2 string 3 fret. So open 6 string, second finger on the 5 string 2 fret, ring finger on the 4 string 2 fret, open 3, pinky finger down on the 2 string 3 fret, and then open 1 string. If this feels like an unnatural position for your fingers, feel free to rework it somehow that maybe feels better for you. But you can definitely hear that something is fretting the 2 string 3 fret during the E minor that happens in the chorus version. So the simple chords, and I'll get to this riff in just a second because that's really the most recognizable part of the song. But the chords would be an A minor 7, either A minor or E minor 7 to a G to an F, repeats A minor 7, G, F, and then it goes C to the E minor, back to the A minor to the F, and then A minor to the G, to to F. And then it gets back into the intro chords, which is just A minor, G, F, A minor, G, F, with a riff happening in it. So the riff. There are two parts to it. That was the first half, and then the back half goes. We're going to start in our A minor 7, pluck the open 5 string. After you pluck the open 5 string, strum like a down up across the higher register into the string. So pluck, down, up, and then open 5, and you're going to do that walk. Open 5, second finger to the 5 string 2 fret, ring finger to the 5 string 3 fret. And then you're going to hit the open 4th string. Whenever you're hitting the open 4th string, it's where the chord structure is moving to the G chord. So it would probably be good to go ahead and move your fingers into G position there after the. So 4th string G chord. But as you go to the G chord, you don't hear Neil Young hitting the bass end of this G chord. He hits the open 4th string, and then you can hear a little like down, up, down on the higher register into the strings, where this pinky on the 1 string 3 fret is coming through. And then the back half of this first riff. So second finger back to the 5 string 2 fret, open up the 5 string, ring finger to the 6 string 3 fret, and then open up the 5 string. After you hit that 5 string open, you then need to hammer on into our F formation with ring, second and first fingers going down in position almost immediately, like hammer. So you've got the riff, pluck, 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 hammer, and then strike down across strings 5 through 1. Hammer, strike. Hammer, strike. And you don't have to hammer so hard that like it rings out, but it's just kind of a light hammer into position and then a hit. Now then the second half of the riff. So the first part is the exact same. Walk up to the open 4 string, go into your G formation, and then the second half is where you hear the change. You've got a hammer on the 4 string 2 fret. So in G position, you would hit the open 4 string, and then hammer down your second finger to the 4 string 2 fret, and then pull off to open up that 4 string again. It happens in pretty quick succession, like. After that pull off, after that hammer and pull off, you will go with your ring finger to the 5 string 3 fret. You'll then hit the open 4 string behind it again. So you've got, and then you'll put your F chord back down. And as you're putting your F chord back down, you'll be strumming from the open 5 string across the F chord simultaneously, so that you get a. So part of the riff is going to emphasize the open 5 string. The other part of the riff that's happening at the same time is emphasizing the F. So you've got to basically emphasize them both at the same time by going, just strumming across the F chord with the open 5 string. And then it repeats. I'll play through both halves of the riff very slowly. And you hear how my hammer-on actually killed that 5 string. You want that 5 string to ring out as much and for as long as possible. Let me try that again. Second half. And And then sometimes, this will be the last thing that I mentioned, sometimes in the back half of this riff, instead of a hammer on, sometimes it's just straight plucked. And that would be 4-string 2 fret to the 4-string open, to the 5-string 3 fret, to the 4-string open, and then the F chord. So either or, and then it goes back into the verse progression. So those are the chords and the movements to My Hey Hey, or Hey Hey My by Neil Young. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.